Welcome back, everybody, to Ace Academy. Just got back from the late night of partying. Still got to try to find a way to kiss ass to ye old sister. She's probably still pissed. The sun shining through my window splashes on my face and wakes me up. I stretch on a wide yawn and glance at the clock. Nearly 10. I'm glad I got a chance to sleep in after the party last night, but I don't want to waste my weekend. I hop out of bed and get ready for the day. What's my plan for today? I should thank Yuuna for all her help finding a sponsor. Yuuna's really come through for me this past week, and I feel like I should do something nice to thank her. Maybe she's free for lunch. I dial her number and wait for her to answer.
Hello?
That was quick. Hey, Yuuna, have you eaten yet? She's a little surprised.
Oh, no, not yet.
Great, let me treat you to lunch. If it weren't for you, we never would have found a sponsor. This is my way of saying thank you. The team and I are really grateful for your help.
You don't have to do that. Really, it was no trouble at all.
Take my food. Please, I insist.
In that case, sure, I'd love to. Do you have a place in mind?
I don't. Why am I saving so much? What's wrong with me? Hey, I do. Kaido's restaurant immediately springs to mind. I heard it's a popular Western-style restaurant, which is pretty good.
Oh, the place near the park?
Yeah, have you been there before?
No, but I've been meaning to try
Yes!
it. I mean, I've heard it's good too.
Yes! Perfect, I'll meet you there.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. After making my plans, I head downstairs.
Oh hey! Didn't see you there, big bro.
Sup? She seems to be back to her usual self. I'm glad to see you're feeling better.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
As she speaks, a devilish smile graces her lips. She's up to something.
Anyway, you going out today?
Yeah, why? She starts giggling.
No reason.
Okay. Actually, I'm glad I ran into you. I want to apologize.
Apologize?
Yeah, I saw your text from a couple days ago. I'm sorry I didn't answer. I didn't have my phone on me, so I didn't see them until too late. Nikki crosses her arms.
Yeah, sure. Likely story.
No, I swear. No, really, I accidentally left it in my gear.
What?
What kind of relationship can we have if you're not going to believe me? Okay, you got to trust your brother at some point. Twice.
Oh, come on. At least come up with something more believable.
What's more believable than the truth? It's the truth.
What was your phone doing in your gear in the first place?
Charging! It's charging. She blinks at me.
You really are hopeless.
What? Look! I pull my messages and flash the phone to her face. On her eyes, she reluctantly takes a look. Anybody? Oh. Nikki bites her lip as she continues scrolling.
No.
She hands back my phone. She was worried about something, probably for how mean she was to me yesterday. It's okay, Nikki. I understand why you were angry yesterday, but I wanted you to know I didn't do it on purpose. No hard feelings, right?
About that. Remember when you said you were going out today?
Yep.
You might not want to do that.
Why not? Nikki shovels her feet and continues to bite her lip.
Because you definitely don't want to go into the garage.
What'd you do, asshole? My eyes widen. I spin on my heel and race towards the garage and Nikki cries out for me to wait. Throwing open the door, I feel like a hand is squeezing my heart. Nikki catches up with me and cringes.
Now, before you get mad,
Nikki?
just remember that I was really annoyed with you and wanted revenge.
Not helping. She quiets down, but she can't stand the silence.
At least it looks really pretty now.
What'd you do? It looks like a unicorn threw up all over my baby. All I can do is stare in horror at the glittery desecration of my beautiful bike. Nikki hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll clean it up.
Yeah, you will.
Let me get a bucket.
Nikki turns to leave, but I sigh. Not right now, I have to go. I take another look at the pink sparkles winking in the light. Maybe I should take the bus. No, I can't. The bus will cover another 20 minutes. I need to leave now.
Okay, I'll clean it up later then.
Yeah, I nod. With a grimace, I reluctantly ease myself onto my bike. The engine roars to life and glitter flutters behind me in a rainbow trail of happiness. Happiness? This is so embarrassing. The restaurant calls itself a diner, but has a more upscale atmosphere, and the tables all have fresh tablecloths and a small vase with a flower. The ambiance is calmer than a diner, but still family-friendly. Yuuna is waiting for me by the hostess stand when I arrive. That was pretty fast. Were you waiting long? I figured the bus would take a little more time than that. Yuuna giggles and shakes her head.
You're right. The bus would take more time. That's why I walked over.
Ah, that's right. Yuuna lives on the other side of the park. It's not too bad of a walk on a good day like today, but I certainly wouldn't want to walk in bad weather. Well, I'm sure I've made you wait long enough. Let's go get seated. Her brows furrow.
Shouldn't we wait for the others?
Others?
The rest of the team. Oh.
I could call them.
No, it's okay. Let's get seated.
She doesn't want to be alone with you. She grabs the host's attention, who is to the table. Well, we sit down and the bears are facing the menu. Maybe I should call them. I know they'd want to thank you too. Yuuna makes eye contact for the first time since a misunderstanding, and her expression softens.
I'm sorry. I was just surprised. I don't mind hanging out, just the two of us.
She blushes as she says that. I grin. Okay. We both stare into our menus again. I'm a little surprised by how extensive the menu is. They offer breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even a brunch on weekends. What are you going to order?
I think I will go with the burger.
Hey, someone who wouldn't yell at you for getting a burger. You like American food?
Yes, the burger is my favorite, but I also like hot dogs and pizza too. What will you get?
Adventurous. There's some items in here that would never exist outside of Japanese creativity. I need to try it. German hot dog? Avocado and honey toast, cucumber and seaweed sandwich. How about a German hot dog? It's a bratwurst and a baguette with bacon, a sunny side up egg, hot sauce, and sauerkraut. This one actually doesn't sound too weird at all, considering all the gourmet hot dogs that I've dropped up in the States. I'll go for the German hot dog.
Is this typically what you will have back home?
No, not quite. We have toast, sandwiches, and hot dogs, but the fillings are different.
Oh, well, it's true that our Japanese version of Western food is not always accurate.
Yeah, but that's true of any other cuisine in a foreign country. I'm sure Japanese food in the States tastes more American than Japanese. Yuuna nods.
I suppose you're right.
The waiter comes by and takes our order, complimenting us on our choices. Yuuna and I share an amused smile. So again, I want to thank you for working so hard to get us a sponsor, especially after that disaster of an interview. Yuna's face clouds as mentioned in the interview.
That guy wouldn't have been good for you anyway. He couldn't see past his own ego to notice how strong of a team you guys are.
Speaking of egos, I stare at her in surprise. She's usually so calm and positive.
What?
Just a little surprised. Nothing. I didn't expect you to hear that from you. She looks amused.
I only say it because it's true.
Still, even after that experience, it's pretty amazing that you managed to get us such a great sponsor. You and the SBA are lifesavers. Yuuna fidgets in her seat.
Oh, actually, I quit the SBA.
Why? What?
I couldn't stay after what happened after the interview. The organization has changed from what it used to be and has strayed too far from its mission.
Really? Is that the whole point of the SBA, to help teams find sponsors? Does the organization no longer do that?
The SBA was originally founded to help all teams get matched up with a sponsor. But now the only teams they care about are the top-tier teams who don't really need the association's help because their stats speak for themselves.
Pretty lazy organization.
The people who really need their help get turned away or pushed aside, and I just don't agree with that.
That's fair. Well, technically it was the company who turned us down, not the SBA.
That's the problem. The only companies within the SBA network are those who feel the same as Warp Tech. I can't tell you how many calls I made, only to get turned down once they knew your ranking.
Wow, sounds like you made a lot of calls. You did a hell of a lot more work than I was expecting.
But the worst part is, when my colleagues noticed me struggling, instead of offering to help, they encouraged me to give up because I was bringing down the association's statistics.
You're a great person. I don't care what anyone says about you, by the way.
How can they call themselves a bridging association situation when they are so discriminatory. A bridge doesn't pick and choose who goes across it.
As Yuuna speaks, she wears that same passionate look she wore to the interview. I had no idea. At least they had one good company within their network, right? Otherwise, we never would have found a sponsor. She blinks and looks away.
Oh, that's actually a bit of a different situation.
Her voice trails off. Before I can ask what she means by that, our food arrives. She may not want to talk about it. A few awkward seconds go by. Yuuna picks up her fork and knife and cuts into her burger, then eats the piece off her fork. You always eat your burgers with a fork and knife. She blinks in surprise.
Yeah.
To be fair, she is wearing like a white shirt and coat. It'd probably be a little bit safer to avoid a spill doing it that way. I don't really blame her. How come?
Isn't that how you eat Western food?
Not typically. There's some foods, yeah, but burgers are easy to eat when you pick it up. Have you never picked up a burger before? She shakes her head. Not even if you get fast food. She wrinkles her nose.
No, but I'm not a fan of fast food anyway.
Hey, same.
Isn't it messy if you eat it with your hands?
Yes. I mean, both these are true. Not always. It depends on how full the burger is. This one should be messy.
But isn't it rude to eat with your hands?
Not when it's between friends. Yuuna bites her lip uncertainly, then gingerly holds her burger with her fingertips and takes a dainty bite. There's a lot of ketchup on her cheek. When she puts her burger back down, I stifle a laugh. You have a little something in her cheek. Her eyes grow wide. She snatches the napkin from her lap and dabs at her face.
Did I get it?
And now, I lean over and wipe the ketchup off from the napkin. Yuuna gasps at my touch and her face turns pink.
Oh, thank you.
Anything for a friend. No problem. Well, what do you think? Yuuna grins and picks up her burger and takes another bite. I smile back. We fall silent as we dig into our meals. After a while, I start to fidget from the quiet. So now that you quit the SBA, you planning on joining any other clubs? She pauses.
I hadn't thought about it.
What about tennis? Maybe now you'll have time to compete. She laughs lightly.
Maybe. That's still a pretty big commitment. Bigger than the SBA.
It's fair. You gotta practice for tennis. I'll practice. She grins.
How can I say no to an offer like that?
I'm so amazing. I promise I'll win this time.
Alright, I'll go easy on you then.
Wait, what? You just smiles and hides a laugh. She glances at my nearly empty plate.
How is your food?
It sounded good from the description it gave. It was great. Wanna try it?
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me just grab my fork.
She reaches for her fork, but I spear a piece of my food onto my fork and offer it to her. You have a bite.
Oh,
She hesitates and gently leans over and puts her mouth over the fork. Her cheeks flush as she chews.
it's good.
Told you. How was your meal? She's already polished her plates, so I guess what the answer is.
I loved it. This was one of the best burgers I've had in Isokaze.
I grin. I'll have to pass the compliment on to Uncle Kaido. Once I close out the check, Yuuna and I pause right outside the restaurant.
Thank you for the really lovely meal.
Hey, please don't look at my bike. It was my pleasure.
I better get going.
Can I offer you a ride home? She smiles.
Thank you, but I can
That's
walk.
probably the best. I know where you live. That sounds really bad. How about a little exercise? I like going on long walks too, especially with such lovely company. Yes! She blushes.
It's not that long. Really, I'll be fine going on my own.
Alright.
I have to run some errands before my parents come home anyway.
Weren't your parents away last time too? Aren't your parents gone a lot?
Yeah. They split their time between the house here and our house in the country.
What?
Right now, they're in the country, but they'll be back tomorrow for a few days, so I want to have the house tidied up before they arrive.
Family sounds rich. House in the country?
That's where I grew up. My family moved here to be closer to Ace Academy, but they aren't quite ready to give up our old house yet.
Yeah, okay. But if your family isn't around, how come you didn't choose to stay in the dorms? It would be an easy commute to school.
I thought about it, but
She hesitates.
after everything that's happened, it doesn't feel right to leave my family alone. My parents do stay here for extended periods of time, like months at a time, It's just hard to predict when they'll be here.
I wonder what her family went through.
Anyway, I really should get going.
I nod. Same here. I'll see you later then. She waves and starts to walk. When she's out of view, I drive off and head home. When I arrive, Uncle Kaido is staring at the phone with a silly grin on his face. Seems to be in a good mood, Uncle Kaido. Kaido is startled by my voice, but quickly regains his cheery attitude.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh, good. Any reasons why?
I just got off the phone with Yuki and I am saved.
Saved.
She called me today and apologized for going against our agreement.
Hey. Pieces of our last conversation resurfaced in my memory. The agreement you made when you separated. Kaido nods.
She says that she can make the restaurant opening ceremony after all.
See, everything worked out.
Yeah, I don't know what I was so worried about. Yuki has always been reliable and a true friend. Even after we separated, she was always there when I needed her.
She still digs you. I don't know. I mean, all these kind of feel like the same thing, honestly. Hey, she still digs you. I think Aunt Yuki still feels for you, Kaido.
Of course she does. We still like each other.
No, I mean, she still loves you. Why else would she do that for you?
We're still friends.
I think you might have feelings for her,
Who
too.
do you think you are, the love doctor?
PhD. I'm just saying.
This is the way things are between Yuki and I, and this is how it needs to stay.
If you say so.
So, I don't want to hear any more out of you.
Alright, trust your judgment.
You're grounded if you keep this up, mister.
What? No. Kaido
I'm
laughs.
just messing with you.
Hello!
Hi. We both turn to see Nikki wearing her signature smile as she glances over at me. Her smile falters.
Before you say it, I'll go clean up your bike now.
Clean up his bike?
You don't want to know. Kaido grins.
Well, I have a bit of free time now and I'm in the mood to celebrate. Do you guys want to watch something on Netflix?
Nikki perks with the idea, then stares pleadingly at me. Nikki. Before I have a chance to speak, she pouts her lips and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. You know that won't work.
Please?
Her voice chokes up. It's for you to resist. Give in. Fine. You can stay for one episode. Nikki beams.
Yay! Thanks, bro.
Yeah. Kaido laughs at our exchange as we settle onto the couch.
You're going to be in real trouble, kiddo, if you give in so easily to the ladies.
Only for me.
Nikki leans against me and snuggles into a comfortable position. What are you doing?
Shush, pillow.
I think about protesting but realize how useless I'd be. Kaido notices my sigh of resignation and grins.
Forget about being in trouble, you're already doomed.
I shrug. You think you'd be immune to her witchcraft after 17 years of this.
What do you guys want to watch?
Gear of Thrones, 2.5 Gears, Gears of Recreation, How I Met Your Gear, the 70s Gear, The Big Gear Theory, House of Gears, Breaking Gear, Modern Gear, and Agents of Gear. Hey, Gear of Thrones. I am Stennis of House... Oh, God dang it. Gearthian, first his name, King of the Andals, first man, Lord of the Eight Kingdoms.
Gear of Thrones.
We grin at each other while Nikki looks perplexed.
We're watching Gear of Thrones.
What? Actually, this isn't exactly a family show.
Agreed.
Nikki sighs in
Oh,
relief.
good, because I've already seen it.
I think we need to discuss what's appropriate for you to watch, young lady.
I watched it with my friends for the story. We skipped the other parts.
Yeah, story. Those are the best parts. Kaido nudges me. I mean, let's do something else. Breaking Gear. So our professor has diagnosed cancer. He's caught up in the world of methamphetamines to support his family financially after he's gone.
Oh, this is my favorite show of all time. Do you guys remember when...
No. Nikki and I each put a hand over Kaido's mouth. The spoilers.
Yeah, we haven't finished yet.
Kaido nods and we remove our hands.
Okay, sure. So that probably means you don't want to know that...
Nikki quickly covers her ears.
No!
What a bad person, Uncle Kaido. Stop.
This is great. I'll stop now.
Good. Both glare at Kaido suspiciously.
Let's watch it. You won't hear any spoilers from me.
Yeah. Then it's settled. Kaido navigates through Netflix and selects the show. After binge watching a few episodes, Kaido stretches and pushes off the couch.
That was a great break. I have to get some work done before midnight, though. Don't stay up too late, you two.
Shall try.
Okay.
Kaido retreats in the kitchen where his laptop and papers are scattered. Nikki heaves a long sigh.
Well, I guess it's time for me to clean off your bike.
Buy a new bike. Pushkin points her sad eyes at me. I shake my head. You can do it tomorrow. She immediately brightens up.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get started on my homework.
Ha, homework.
Yes, homework. Not all of us automatically ace exams, you know.
You still have to do your homework anyways, even if you ace an exam. I shrug. Can't help it. Let me know if you need help though.
Thanks. It's nothing too difficult, just a lot of questions to go through.
Sounds fun. Okay. Both nod, say our goodnights to Uncle Kaido, and head to our rooms. I spend the rest of the evening relaxing until it's time to sleep. As I crawl into bed, my phone buzzes. I open a text from Sho. Oh boy. What could it be this time? I hate to find out. Heyo, guess what holiday is coming up next month? I'll give you a hint. We're all going to the beach. You interested? Alright. I have no idea. A holiday in which we all go to the beach? I have no idea what holiday it is, but I already like it. Text back. You know it. Time passes in a blur, and certainly it's been a month since Nikki and I moved to Izukaze. I started Ace Academy. My team and I are stronger than ever, and our winning streak has not been broken. Kaori, Sho, Mayu, and I spent many evenings practicing in the hangar, learning how to anticipate each other's needs in the field. Yuuna continues to manage our sponsorship from the show, and she's become more comfortable with the team. Valerie works hard behind the scenes to continue to update our gears, and after all the tweaks she had given Eagle, I'm more confident than ever in my mech's abilities. I had a surprising number of companies reach out to me to partner and research my core, but I've declined each invitation. I don't feel comfortable having strangers poke and prod on my dad's legacy, especially when I don't understand what's going on myself. Aside from the staff, from the team stuff, Yuuna and I partnered to play tennis on a regular basis, but it wasn't until last week when I finally won a match against her. Although I think she might have let me win. On the home front, Uncle Kaido is still as busy as ever now that his newly opened cafe has become insanely popular. Nikki spends most of her time at her school's cooking club, which has gained a lot of traction among the friends. Sadly, that means I've had to fend for myself when it comes to food. I wake up at the sound of my alarm, then begin my morning routine. When I enter the kitchen, I make myself a bowl of cereal. Nikki's already left for school. Lately, she's been leaving early almost every day. It barely phases me anymore, especially after I found cereal in the grocery store. The most expensive box of Tiger Flakes I've ever bought. Finishing up my breakfast, I hop on my bike and head to school. Valerie's already waiting for me and waves me over as soon as I enter the classroom.
I have news for you.
Thanks. Good news or bad news? She pauses and grins playfully.
Come with me to the hangar after class and I'll show you.
Hangar? So it's something to do with my core?
What else would it be about?
You spend a lot of your time there. You're boring. You spend a lot of your time in the hangar sometimes. That's where you sleep.
I'm not sure sleep is the term I'd use. More like an extended rest.
She smiles sweetly. Right. Valerie waits expectantly.
So?
So what?
You haven't said yes yet. Will you come with me to the hangar?
Yeah, I'll go out with you.
Good. I was starting to think maybe you didn't want to be alone with me.
Before I can respond, the professor raises her voice over the chatter.
Good morning, everyone. In today's lesson, we will cover... That's all for today. Have a great rest of your day.
Just as I finish packing my things, Valerie grabs my hand and pulls me towards the door.
Let's go!
Sure, just give me a minute. But she's already started walking with me in tow. I hastily grab my bag. or we can go now. We cut across campus and enter the hangar through the main entrance instead of the pilot's lounge. Inside the hangar, Valerie rushes straight to Eagle's terminal, shooting impatient glances at me as I follow behind. She sets herself in front of my terminal, and after typing in a sequence, she proudly points to the screen.
Check it out.
Cool numbers. I glance at the screen and see a continuous string of numbers. Valerie is trying to hold back a smile, waiting for my reaction. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but I don't want to disappoint her. This is really cool.
I know. It took me forever to find it, but I think this is the big breakthrough we've been waiting for.
Yeah? Really? What does it say? She paused and smiles coyly.
You have no idea what this code is, do you?
Not a one. No, the last question gave me away, didn't it?
Yep. Well, you know how all the system scans we've been doing haven't shown anything new?
Yeah.
Our approach was the mistake. I was thinking, if I wanted to leave a secret message on a system, I would embed it into existing code and spoof the service identity so that it would remain inconspicuous during scans.
Makes sense. Hey.
Well, I was doing a manual evaluation through listed services during the last week and noticed a discrepancy here. When I tried to execute it, it came back with this screen.
Her voice grows with excitement.
I'm positive there's something behind this code.
I agree with you. Really, then, well, let's find out what that is.
I was hoping you'd say that. Tell me how to decrypt it, and we'll find out in a second.
Oh. Makes you think I know how to do that. She raised an eyebrow.
Doesn't any of this look familiar?
No. I pointed the screen and scrolled through the code. You know how dumb I am? I can't figure this out. No, although Dad and I worked together to build Eagle, he didn't let me touch the programmer for the core. Would we be able to hack it? I bites her lip, she thinks.
Yeah, but it might take a few days.
Oh, fun. That's probably still faster than it would take me to try to figure it out.
I won't argue with that. Okay, I'll do it. But only because you're cute.
Thanks, buddy. She winks at me and then turns towards the terminal. Thanks. Already engrossed in the code, Valerie gives me a short wave of dismissal. As I find my way out of the hangar, my phone dings with an email from the school administration. I scan through the content. Due to disqualification of Team Strike X, my team will now face Ona, that's not a real word, Bugisha in this week's match. I wonder what Strike X did to get themselves disqualified. My phone vibrates to the group chat from Show. You guys got that email? I type out my response. Yeah, I wonder what Strike X did. Probably lied about something important. That's one reason why I left. Wait, Strike X is Show and Kaori's old team? I'm typing out a question for Show about what happened with him and Strike X. A text from Mayu comes in. Looks like we'll go against Ona Bugisha instead. Ona Bugisha does sound familiar, but I don't recall which team they are. Who are they again? A team we must demolish. Thanks, Kaori. I think you gave me a little bit too much information with that text. Of course, Kaori would write in all caps. That's even more aggressive than usual. Shut up, Show. Please don't be upset, Kaori. I'm fine. While the texts come in, I rack my brain trying to recall how I know that name. Oh, right. And never mind, they're that all-girls team, right? Yeah. They're supposed to be pretty good. Who cares? I won't let them beat us. The text cease after that. Probably for the best. Yay. What do I feel like doing now? Yuuna. Not even a question. Come on. I was writing a list of clubs and classes earlier, and Ace offers a cooking club. I remember Nikki mocking me, saying I should join when she first started her club, but maybe this isn't such a bad idea. Looks on her face would be priceless if I offered to cook and it was edible. Go check it out. The cooking class is held in the culinary building. I enter a classroom filled with multiple cooking stations already set up with ingredients. It kind of reminds me of chemistry lab, but with stoves and ovens. In the corner of the room, I spot Yuuna and claim the station beside her. Hey, Yuuna. She blinks in surprise.
Oh, hey! Are you part of the cooking club?
Nope. No, I'm just dropping in today.
Me too. What brings you here?
I like to make a meal for Nikki.
That's really nice of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
You know, toast is a meal. I hope so. She's a whiz in the kitchen. What about you? What brings you here?
Since I quit the SBA, I've got a lot of extra time, so I've been trying out some of the other clubs Ace offers.
Makes sense. Anything catch your interest?
A couple, but I'm still weighing my options. Besides, it's fun trying new things.
The student instructor arrives and everyone breaks away from their conversation to stand at their stations.
Welcome, everyone!
Hi. Here's a short message explaining what he is and the rules and structure of the club.
Now that that's out of the way, today we will be learning how to make kasutera.
That's not real.
If you haven't already done so, please put on your aprons.
I slip up my blazer and tie the apron around my waist.
First, we will preheat the oven to 160 degrees. And don't forget to line your pan with parchment paper.
Isn't that a little slow? A little low? Oh, right, it's in Celsius.
For our dry ingredients, we will have 1 cup and 2.5 tablespoons of bread flour and 1 cup of sugar. The wet ingredients will have 6 eggs and 5 tablespoons of honey diluted with 2.5 tablespoons of water.
At least there aren't that many ingredients. As instructed, I measure out the ingredients. Wait, I forgot to preheat the oven. What temperature would it be again? Temperature should it be? 160. I preheat the oven to 160 degrees. The instructor continues to provide instructions and I follow as best I can. While whisking the eggs, my gaze wanders over to Yuuna. She's carefully pouring flour into her measuring cup and leveling it off before dumping it in her bowl. Her tongue sticks out slightly as she concentrates. Sorry. I try to hold back a chuckle when she glances at me through a smudge of flour on her cheek, and I can't hold back my smile. She matches my grin before turning back to her ingredients. I refocus on my own station and add the sugar. The only thing left is to add the honey. How much water do I use to dilate the honey? Like 2.5? Yeah. I add 2.5 tablespoons of water.
Once you add the last of your flour, mix the ingredients until combined. Be careful not to overmix. Pour the batter into your pan and let it bake for 35 minutes.
As instructed, I add the last of my flour to the mixture and continue to mix it. What counts as over-mixing anyway? How do I know if I mix just the right amount or too much? Using my wooden spoon, I poke around to see if there are any flour chunks still left. Nope. I guess that means my batter is ready to go in the oven. I set the timer for 35 minutes. Now, just to wait and see. Once my timer dings, I carefully remove the cake from the oven. It baked unevenly, so some of the side is spilling over the pan. I think it might be a little darker on one side too. Does that mean it burned? I guess one way to find out. I pried it out of the pan and put it on my plate. Some of the edges got stuck to the parchment paper. I removed it so there are patches of yellow exposed under the darkish brown layer. Yuuna carefully sets her cake on her plate. It's a perfect loaf with a golden brown top and light yellow sides. She glances over at my cake and hides her smile with a cough. The instructor begins his taste test in my row at the back of the classroom. He reaches before Yuuna.
It didn't quite come out the way you expected, did it? But let's see how it tastes.
That's the important thing. He puts a forkful of cake into his mouth. His eyes light up with a smile.
This is absolutely delightful!
Yes! Really?
Let me try.
Yuuna stands right beside me, staring curiously at my cake. Tries a small piece.
Oh, wow. This is so good.
Yay. I did it. I beam. Nikki is going to be so surprised. The instructor stops at Yuuna's station next.
This is a beautiful cake! I can't wait to see how it tastes.
Yuuna's face lights up in anticipation as the instructor takes a bite. He pauses, straining to keep his face calm, and gulps heavily.
How is it?
Her voice trembles with hope. The instructor's voice is hoarse as he chokes out his next words.
Practice makes perfect.
Not great. It just sounds like it was really dry. From the way it described. It sounds like it was a dry cake.
What?
Let me try. Take a bite.
How is it?
It's like if sugar and plaster had a baby together and let it sit out in the sun until every drop of moisture was baked out of it. I wish I could untaste this. Good lord. That'd be a little mean. How do I put this nicely? Practice makes perfect.
Again? Can it really be so bad?
It's just dry. It's not like disgusting or nothing. Yuuna grabs her fork and stuffs a piece in her mouth. She grimaces and sighs deeply.
Practice does make perfect.
See? The instructor moves on to another station while Yuuna pouts at her rejected cake. Well, aside from the result of your baking, what did you think of the class?
It was fun, but surprisingly challenging.
Yeah. She glances at her cake again and mutters under her breath.
Where did I go wrong?
Are you going to stick with this as your new extracurricular activity?
I don't know. I want to keep checking out other clubs.
Makes sense?
It looks like other students are trying each other's cakes. You want to try some?
Sure. You and I walk around the room and try some of the other cakes with varying results. Once we tasted all of them, we head out. You tasted all the cakes? How many people are there? Like, that's a lot of cake. I get that it might be like small bits. It's still a lot of cake. You know, there's like 20 people or something. I'm in the pilot's lounge watching the Japan versus China gear playoff match. The lounge is packed with students as this is a highly anticipated game. Pretty shot on TV, but I watch in silence, sipping my drink and enjoying the ambiance.
Exciting game, right?
I glance up in surprise, but nod. Akira grins and sits down in the seat across from me. I glance up in surprise, but not. Oh, I'm sorry. Although he seems like a nice guy, we don't talk very often, so it's unusual he'd approach me. I suppose I do have a really good view of the TV, though. A string of boos and yells fill the room as China takes out one of Japan's gears. People are really getting into it this time.
Yeah, it was predicted that this year China was going to be a strong opponent for Japan, and it looks like that's coming true.
Your red eyes still terrify me, but you're a nice guy, so I'll get over it. Is that why there's such a big turnout? I gesture to the crowded room. Akira nods.
This is the first year that China's even made it this far in the playoffs. Everyone's watching to see who will come out on top.
Who do you think will win? He doesn't even hesitate.
Japan. What do you think?
You know, I'm also going to go Japan. I trust your judgment. Definitely Japan. China might be catching up, but their technology hasn't reached the same innovative standards as Japan's. Plus, this year's lineup is a completely new team, so they don't have the same player advantage as Japan's seasoned team.
I agree.
He gives me a long look. I wonder what he's thinking.
Speaking of matches, I believe congratulations are in order for you and your team.
Aren't you number one? Me, your team is still holding the number one spot on the leaderboard.
Sure, but you guys are quickly catching up. You started out at rank 21, but you've already made it to rank 11.
Yeah, we need top 10 to get a sponsor, or get a good sponsor. The show's probably good. I mean, hell, they've been helping us get from 21 to 11. They must be doing a good job. Yeah, it's kind of weird to think about it. I mean, we're going against even better teams this week, since Strike X got disqualified.
Yeah, the school is taking no chances with them.
What do you mean? Kira blinks.
You didn't hear?
Nope.
The team lead and one of his starting pilots got into a huge fight, and they did not hold back. I mean, there were some serious injuries, so both members obviously couldn't compete.
Wow. Why'd they fight?
The leader decided to sideline his starting pilot, and his pilot didn't like that.
They're on the same team. Can they just talk it out? I'm sure the leader had a reason. Kira shrugged.
I don't know all the details, but my guess is that there probably wasn't a good reason to sideline the pilot. Either way, because the fight escalated to the degree in which Ace had to get involved, the school is currently investigating the team.
That's fair, especially if two people were walking away with injuries. You know, like serious enough injuries. Is he making it sound? Yeah, I can get that. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Who are you going up against now?
Ona Bukisha? Yeah.
Oh, May's team.
Yeah, I hear they're strong. Kira nods.
They are. But so are you. In fact, I'm really looking forward to my match with you.
Same. Might be a while considering my team's rank.
Right, but you guys have been on a winning streak, haven't you?
Well, it's all about keeping that up. Yeah.
Because of that, your matchmaking rating, or MMR, is actually higher than your earned rank. That tends to happen with outliers like being an undefeated team.
What he says makes sense, plus I'm not going to question Akira about how being undefeated works.
I have a feeling that if you beat Ona Bugeisha, it won't be long
Hey, I said
before
that
we
right.
face each other on the field.
Don't get too comfortable in that number one spot. Akira merely smiles. A little friendly rivalry. I like Akira. He seems like a good guy. I got no problem with him. His red eyes kind of creep me out, to be fair, but he seems like a nice guy. He doesn't seem like he's totally full of himself and a dick, being a number one, so. We think we watch the game in silence. After a while, Akira stands.
I wish I could watch the end of this match, but I've got to head to class. I'll see you later.
I nod. Have a good class, best friend. After Akira leaves, I check my phone and notice a text from Sho. Don't forget tomorrow we'll be getting our game on at the beach. Meet you there at 11. If I forget that. I shove my phone back in my pocket and watch the rest of the game. In the end, Japan won with just one gear left standing. That's all you need. To win a race, you only got to beat the second place person by 1 second. Or even less than that, to be fair. I still got some time before I head home tonight. Well, this will be the end of this part. As always, I appreciate you being here, and I appreciate you watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff, and I'll see you next time, beautiful. Bye-bye.